Welcome to the Daily Dish with Leanne Ely. This is a show about you, your life, and the vibrancy you want. Join us for daily motivation, wise women's tips, and more as we collectively gather together and move the needle in our lives, heart, mind, body, and soul. Now, here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
We're live and you're here, and that's all that matters. Welcome, welcome. It is Thirsty Thursday, and we have a whole series going this week about how our words affect the way we think about everything. Isn't it interesting how that all works? Jocelyn, Alice, good to have you here. I was going to call you Allison, whatever. But Alice is here, and so is Jocelyn, and so is the entire dream team. Say hello to Amber, Jenny, and of course, Lindsay. We are all super getting amped up for full bloom. Wait till you hear. Well, we're not going to blow any surprises. Even Leanne's not going to blow any surprises. But the swag bag, y'all, the swag bag. It's just so on point. Catherine's in the house. Good to have you here. Let's go with a little bit of a something here. Look, nothing ever goes away until it teaches us what we need to know. Anyone experience this one? I know you have. Pinkies up if that's been you. You know, this is why we love the experience file. The experience file gives us an opportunity to extrapolate the lesson and to move on, because nobody wants to live a Groundhog Day kind of existence. Amen. It's true. Hi there, Gracie. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, pinkies up for that one. She's giving me the pinkies because she's been there. We've all done that. Carb Cutter, that is our supplement of the week. It is a white kidney bean extract that absolutely blocks the absorption of carbohydrates before they do the damage. You just pump it out instead. I don't know about you, but I'd rather not have it living around my waist. I'd rather have it become waste. That was good. I just made that up. SavingDinner.com/show. That is where you're going to find this particular deal. And it'll tell you all about Carb Cutter as well. That's at SavingDinner.com/show. Okay? So don't forget about that, because it's important. You know, this is how you can get all of our supplements, pretty much all of them, and get stocked up. Because if you're taking your supplements daily, that is a good, consistent habit to have. There's our Amber right there. Do you see her? The other thing that you need to know is what else am I missing here? Of course, where's my notes? I have notes. Sprint starts Monday. Are you ready? If you're not, you might want to go get a little something. Get things all lined up. You hear me on that? SavingDinner.com/sprint. The webinar replay is there. You'll get the guide. You'll get everything that you need to do this. You know, it makes all the difference in the world, because you know what's tough? What's tough is living a life of an inflammatory life. It doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good. This is the way out. I promise you. Catherine says she's so ready for the sprint. So am I. I'm really ready for the sprint. I love the momentum of the sprint, and I love the group energy that we have. And we're all doing it together starting June 6th. So make sure that you're all lined up for that. Also, I want you to know totally 100% about our text message application. Our text message application gives you access to things nobody else gets. It's an exclusive club, y'all. That's all. You can get this simply by texting the word JOIN, all in caps, to 855-960-3720. Once we send a message back to you saying, hey, yeah, you're in, send back yes as your confirmation to let our little application know that, yeah, I've really meant to do that. And that's also in caps. So JOIN and yes are all in caps. Lastly, I want to tell you about Full Bloom. And do we have a docket? Lynn's coming. Sue's coming. Hi, guys, by the way. I'm so glad you're here. I'm excited. It is going to be so much fun. And talked to Sarah yesterday. We had our one-on-one, and she is popping at the seams. It's going to be so much fun. She's got all the things lined up. Vanessa, good to see you. I'm so glad to see you. It's been a minute. So and say hi to the girls too, by the way. I know that they're right there. Hi, girls. So make sure that you are getting ready for full bloom simply by going to savingdinner.com/bloom. Now you can do it virtually. You will get it. It will be live cast to you, or you can be here in person. All the details are at savingdinner.com/bloom. And I believe that's everything. Joe and Denise, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Sue's completely booked. Come on. Vanessa, you ought to come. Wouldn't it be fun if Vanessa came? Come on. I know they've got flights direct from Dallas right into the Asheville airport. Check allegiant.com. I'm talking about it. All righty. So cheers. Here's to you. Anybody who's drinking their hot melt mix right now. I am. I'm certainly down the hatch in it big time with it. Susan Willett, it's so good to see you. Lucy, you too. I miss you when you don't come, by the way. I do. And I know you watch it on, you tell me, I caught the replay. It's just nice to have you here, being here with all the gals. If you missed any of the announcements, did I miss anything, Jenny? Oh, don't forget to find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But we are going live also right now on TikTok. So we're going to do both. How about that? We love it over on TikTok. They love us over there. We love you over here. So today we are going to welcome TikTok, by the way. We are going live. Welcome to the Daily Dish. Yeah, the Daily Dish is here. Today we're talking about how we flip our words and the meanings of our words, and we're just a little more conscious and conscientious of the words that we use. Because sometimes the words that we use can be absolutely detrimental to us, and we don't even realize it. It's just things that we do. It's just the way it is. And one of those words, were you with us yesterday? We talked about should, how we should all over ourselves. Yeah, you've heard that before. But it is a belittling word. The day before, we were talking about flipping easy and hard, and how the hard way is actually the easy way, and how the easy way is actually hard in the long run. I'm going to tell you right now, what we're going to be talking about here today is going to light you up. I'm talking about perfect. Perfect. That word perfect, we use it all the time, and half the time it's a lie when we use it. And I don't mean that you're a liar. I don't mean that we're having, issues with the truth here. It's just the way that we use it. It's just the way that we use it. Here's what the dictionary says perfect is: having all the desired or required elements, qualities, or characteristics, absolute and complete. So if we're going to look at perfect, that's the dictionary definition. If we're going to look at perfect, we also have to look at the definition of perfectionism, right? It's a little different. Check this out. This is going to blow you away. The refusal to accept any standard short of perfect. Did you just get a dagger in the heart, right? That refusal to accept anything less than perfect. I mean, that resonated with me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, how many times have I done this? How many people have I subjected to this kind of standard? Think about that. So perfect and the accommodating disease of perfectionism then has to be looked at. And we got to redefine it. That's what we have to do. That's the whole purpose of what we're talking about today. When we choose perfect, very often we're going for an ideal that's unattainable. It's beyond what we can humanly accomplish. That's the big issue, and that's the big problem. Because in this lifetime, it's not going to happen. In this lifetime, we're not going to be able to have perfect happen because it's not here on this side of glory. It does not exist. It doesn't exist. And it's a nutty myth that's perpetuated by marketing experts, right? Making you feel less than. Have you noticed that in the sales copy and what have you? Yes, you have. Overzealous parents, maybe, another dagger, sorry. And social media influencers, social media influencers have died on cliffs, falling off of cliffs, trying to get the perfect shot. Seriously, it's been in the news. So it's one thing to say perfect all the time. After all, that's just sometimes part of the whole vernacular. But, Oftentimes too, and I will give you this is the truth for me, and I know it's the truth for you. Oftentimes, perfect can be something that we are doing because it has all the desired or required elements and qualities to it. So it's perfect for you. And it's okay to say that. You don't have to beat yourself up because you're saying the word perfect, for heaven's sakes. Not at all. But it's perfectionism that we have to get down into, because it's the perfectionistic tendencies that we all, unfortunately, have a tendency to gravitate to. And what happens is that perfectionism robs us blind of the very vibrant life that we're trying to have and that we're trying to create, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. So there's 10 tail signs to perfectionism. And y'all, I love you. If you see yourself in any of these, I mean, hands up, pinkies up if you want to, but I'll tell you, I saw myself in all of these, and I got this. I did not make these up myself. Some of them I did because, lived it, but also from psychologists. This is what they say. Number one is that you expect perfect from everyone, every circumstance, all the things. Come on. Number two is you procrastinate because fear of failure. So why bother? Why even do it? Right? Number three is you use your reticular activating system in a distorted kind of way. Now, your reticular activating system, for anybody who doesn't know, it's that mechanism in our brain that looks for evidence to support the thing that we want. So you go to buy a car, and let's just say you want a blue Prius. Suddenly you see blue Priuses all over the road. Well, that's your reticular activating system putting it on the radar. That's how that whole thing works. So, but if we do it in a distorted way, we look for evidence to support all of our inadequacies, all of pointing out all of our flaws and all of our mistakes, or those of others. That's where this thing gets really kind of yucky, isn't it? Number four is all or nothing thinking. It's black or it's white. It's good or it's bad. Instead of saying she's mean sometimes, we say she's mean. And that is pretty much this perfectionist, that we only see things in one way. Number five, one cookie will throw your whole diet off. So you say, what the heck? I just ruined everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat the whole bag. Is any of this resonating with you? Anybody have a pinkies up moment here? I mean, go ahead. You're a good company because I'm with you. I understand exactly how this feels. Number six, you do it because you insert the name here, can't get it right. I do this with my husband. I hate the way he loads the dishwasher. There's a better way. It's my way, of course. But it's perfectionistic. I mean, shouldn't I be happy that he's loading the dishwasher? No. We want it done a certain way. So, number seven, you can't meet your own ridiculously high standards, and either can anyone else. Anybody feel that hot dagger in their heart? Number eight, everything is good except one little thing. And guess what we dwell on, right? Am I right? What's the thing that we dwell on? The one little thing that's not right. 99 things out of 100 could be right. It's the one thing that we are dwelling on. And number nine, you sacrifice your own self-care to make something perfect. Have you ever done this? Has that ever, just like you're thinking about, well, I had planned to do something else. Now I can't do it. And the reason I can't do it is because I have to fix X, Y, and Z. This is something that mothers especially are known to do. I'm talking to every single mother here on the planet. I don't care if your kids are grown and gone. It's a thing. I don't know if it's in our DNA or not, but it's not healthy. And 10, you're highly critical of others, yourself as well. And you like to point out those mistakes. We don't look for the good, we look for the flaws. And that's the sad part. But you know what the good news is? There's 5 behaviors that we can have that will change the whole trajectory of this whole perfectionistic attitude. You want to know what they are? This is good stuff. This is from psychologists. This is what they tell us we need to do in order to flip it. So, and don't forget, you can go to savingdinner.com and get the show notes if you want them from today. Maybe this is something you want to put in your journal and let you help you. Okay. So here's what it is. One is to acknowledge it. When we acknowledge it, it's not that we're sitting there pointing fingers at ourselves and it's to feel bad or to levy shame. It's so that we can understand, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is a behavior that's out of bounds. This is something that I don't want to do, right? And you don't have to at all. You don't have to do that. So when you're aware of it, you can shift it. And that's huge. Number 2 is to seek to understand what's driving this tendency anyway. That was one of the things in the 7 habits of highly successful people. That was one of the things, is seek to understand. That was one of the habits. When we seek to understand, we have to look at what's driving it. We have to say, is it because I have this need for love and approval and acceptance? I'm going to just tell you, for me, going through this and getting to this place of just like trying to figure it out, being a little analytical about it, coaching and counseling made all the difference in the world. And it helped me to let go of this stuff because it was holding me back from living a vibrant life. Number 3 is to consider the cost. Perfectionism messes with you. Perfectionism blurs the lines on something that's lovely and wonderful and excellent. Because excellence isn't enough if you're a perfectionist. Doing something well isn't enough if you're a perfectionist. So we have to look at this because your psyche's at risk, your relationships, your productivity. It will cost you your health and your mental health as well, physical and mental. Because don't think that you can't just suffer through this without it dinging you in some way. I know this for a fact. This is how I lost my voice and got my thyroid all messed up way years ago. It's also how I straightened everything out too, by examining this and seeking to understand and going through the process. Because part of getting healthy is also getting mentally taken care of. Number 4 is enough and knowing you're enough. Have you sat there and thought of this whole thing of how much you are enough? You are enough in all your flawed glory, just exactly the way you are. But without love and acceptance of exactly the way you are today, you don't have the opportunity to shift gears and make changes, maybe to up-level your life. Because if you can't accept yourself, then what makes you think that you would accept your future self? That's how this whole thing works. So first love yourself, and first accept yourself, and then allow for the changes to come and allow for the vision of what it is that you want in your life. There's nothing wrong with that, but we've got to come at the very bottom base place of being able to love and accept ourselves first. And number 5 is to allow for failure. Failure is such a teachable moment. And remember what Michael Jordan famously said. I love this. He said, I've missed 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost 300 games, and 26 of those times I was trusted with the winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. He wasn't afraid of failure. He embraced it, knowing full well it was going to teach him for the next time. That's the human equation right there. That's how it is in this lifetime. Because we're all works of progress, and not one single one of us has been able to skip the step of being a flawed human. Do you know anyone? I don't. Why would we think that we have this exceptionalism that we can? We can't. So if we understand that, then we are blessed enough to understand that we have the ability to evolve and become better, that we have the ability to up-level our lives and understand that there's always room for improvement. There's always room for bettering, and there's always more to learn, especially if we make a decision to be lifetime learners. So I want you to do this with me. Can we put our eyes on the prize? Our eyes on the prize is living a vibrant life in every way possible, heart, mind, body, soul. And we do this by eschewing perfectionism and embracing excellence. And when we do that, that's when we get to the other side, and that's when we start to live our lives vibrantly and joyfully. What do you think of that idea? Are you with me? Pinkies up if you're with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate you. And I will see you next time on Monday. And don't forget, if you go to savingdinner.com/announcements, all the details of the special of the week is there. The upcoming events, all the things are there. I want you a part of our community. Peace be with you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Check back for new episodes. If you missed the live show, you can always watch the replay. You can find Saving Dinner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, pinkies up.